Attention, severe thunderstorm warning.
The National Weather Service in Little Rock has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern Perry County and central Arkansas, southwestern Conway County and central Arkansas, central Yell County and central Arkansas, south central Pope, P.O.P.E. County and central Arkansas until 1:15 p.m. At 12:31 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located near Fuchs Valley, or 8 miles west of Danville, moving east at 40 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts and nickel-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, expect damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Danville, Pottsville, Ola, Carden Bottoms, Plainview in Yell County, Petit Jean River Wildlife Management Area, Gala Creek Wildlife Management Area, Belleville, Havana, Kesa, Atlin, Corinth, Berta, Nimrod, Ranger, Wing, Hollow Bend, Kingston, Rover, Sunlight Bay Park.
This is W5RHS repeater.
M5 TKG, M5 UZT.
Hello, Mr. Mike, M5JFH.
Good morning, Glory. How's the rain, dear?
Well, it's kind of sparse, but according to the radio, we should duck and cover.
Well, I had about 12 drops about 10 minutes ago. That's all I got. I could hear it hitting this metal roof.
It's kind of gray and hazy just where you look, but there ain't been no great deluge yet.
Hold on, I got a phone call. M5 UZT.
Good morning, Jason and Mike. KG5RON.
Howdy, Mr. Ron. How are you doing today?
I'm just sitting there looking at the weather there. We do have a severe thunderstorm up in Yell County around Danville, tracking east-northeast. It says there's a 100% chance of hail, and it's 2 to 2.5 inches.
Well, is there anything for us?
I would expect it'll be later on this afternoon and evening before it reaches the central part of the state. We've got about 3 or 4 thunderstorms. Well, a little bit more than that. Maybe about 6 or 7 thunderstorms up in the northwestern part of the state and one around Mena, and it's tracking east-northeast. So it'll be later this afternoon and evening that we could have, some thunderstorms in our region. We're under a severe thunderstorm watch, and, basically, they hadn't quite gotten here yet. They're just starting to come into the state.
Roger.
I see nothing over in Oklahoma as of right now from all the different radar sites I've been switching to. So right now, as of right now, the activity is in Arkansas. The only thing that's going on, and you got one cell that, like I said, has turned severe, and we got another one around Mena that's probably got about 1.5 inches hail. Let me switch over to Fort Smith. Yeah, about 1.5 inches hail. So, like I said, they're tracking northeast, but they're expecting a possible line of storms to form and move through the central part of the state. There's a little bit of an enhanced risk over in the northeastern part of Arkansas for severe thunderstorms. In our region here, Saline and Pulaski is in that severe thunderstorm watch. It tracks up to the northeast.
I will definitely keep the radio on and listening for updates. And if I can provide any help, you know you can holler at me.
Well, good deal. I mean, that's the good thing about ham radio. There's quite a few of us, and most of us are willing to do a little, what little bit we can. Look, a little bit, a bunch of little bits makes a whole lot.
W5RHS Channel 7 has got the radar up right now, Rod, and they're showing south of Danville that they have weak rotation. It does have a little couplet there.
Yeah, I was looking. I don't see a lot of gate-to-gate shear in there. You know, green touching the red. I just see a lot of red, but some of it's bright. Now, there's one little blob of green that's way almost over to Plainview up there, but what I'm looking at is probably a broad area of rotation. Let me go to Fort Smith here right quick. I am on the Fort Smith radar. Let me go back to Little Rock and see if it picks up something different. Yeah, there is. It's in between Danville and Plainview there, south of Danville, so there's no red, but there is a bit of rotating, you know. But whenever you get a big updraft in a thunderstorm, a storm usually tends to want to spin on its own. Plus, we got a low-level jet stream that's indicative, and, you know, it helps these rotating storms along. So we'll need to watch that.
Most definitely. Hello, Ron, Jason, whoever is out there. Anyway, they also just increased the hail size. Said it looks like it's ping pong ball size now. But it says that it's kind of a precursor to a tornado warning right there. That's got more of a hook developing south Danville now. Got an inflow notch on it. Just between Highway 27 and Highway 28. 55RHS.
Yeah, copy that. That's what I was saying. It's right there close to Plainview right now. And, yep, that's exactly the one I'm looking at. There's 27 and there's 28, and that's state highways there. So, yeah, it's right in between them there, just a little bit northwest of Plainview. Ola is next in line to see, and maybe Centerville, but Ola for sure.
Hello, Gilly. Is everything going all right with you right now? As far as the family goes, been concerned about you.
Appreciate it. Dad's asleep right now after what he went through yesterday and last night. Plus the medicine the doctor gave him to tranquilize him kind of. I figured today he'd be wiped out pretty bad, and he is. So he's asleep. We'll see what happens when he wakes up.
Please give your mom my very best, and certainly hope that he gets to feeling better real soon. And I'll keep you in my prayers, for sure.
Ditto.
Appreciate it. Jason, where are you at? You're kind of noisy.
I am sitting over here at the Firehouse Subs in Bryant, but I'm surrounded by trees very close to my truck, so that's probably the reason.
That couplet looks like it's a little brighter now, Ron, on this one I'm looking at. 55RHS.
Oh, yeah. If you go to storm relative velocity, SRV, 1/2 a degree, there it looks like there could be two of them.
Yeah, I see that.
The one up just east of Danville, it's not bad, but that one down south there around Plainview, it's really getting its act together, and it's due west of Plainview, it looks like the rotation is. So Ola and Plainview are going to be in under the gun, and maybe Berta and Casa down the line, and maybe even Adona down the line. Hey, Jason, they've got a new sub over there at Firehouse. I haven't eaten there in a while, but I saw the ad on the internet yesterday. It looked pretty tasty, and you know what? I cannot remember what's in it, but it sure looked good.
Well, they got a sign on the door about a new sandwich called the Cuban. I don't know what's in it either.
Yeah, I see that.
The one up just east of Danville, it's not bad, but that one down south there around Plainview, it's really getting its act together, and it's due west of Plainview, it looks like the rotation is. So Ola and Plainview are going to be under the gun, and maybe Berta and Casa down the line, and maybe even Adona down the line. Hey, Jason, they've got a new sub over there at Firehouse. I haven't eaten there in a while, but I saw the ad on the internet yesterday. It looked pretty tasty, and you know what? I cannot remember what's in it, but it sure looked good.
Well, they got a sign on the door about a new sandwich called the Cuban. I don't know what's in it either. Hoping people don't open up the box and Fidel Castro comes jumping out waving a machete. I stuck with the Italian.
Well, needless to say, if he were to pop out, the first thing I would do is smack him in the head and take his cigar and have a good Cuban cigar, you know, and then it's up to him what else happens. Okay, that rotation's now on top of Plainview, and by the way, Jason, that is the sandwich I saw. It looked pretty tasty, and I would imagine it would be really good if they had a toasted bun, which is what they specialize in.
Roger. I'm going to see if I can back up out of here and get mobile on the interstate back towards town. My signal should get a little bit better. N5, JFH.
Okay, Jason, I'll stand by here and see what Kelly's up to, KG5RON.
Just watching the radar.
Severe thunderstorm. Warning. This is W5RHS repeater.
Right there on top of Plainview. Looks like there's something also. Yeah, it's a little more intense right there. Right there, look at it.
Yeah, copy that. That northern segment there that's rotating a bit too, that's where the hail core is, so that might be the hail core that we're seeing. You know, because with all the hail being thrown around up there, there's without a doubt a bunch of wind up and down and then around too. So, but that Plainview couplet is the one that's dominant right now, and we have to watch that thing because it very well could indeed spin up on us here, even though it's got a large hail core that says 1.25 inches, but I'm thinking it might be bigger hail than that, because it doesn't reflect, on the reflectivity and the such. It doesn't show up like it's showing up now and being only 1.5 inches or 1.25 inches. I'd figure close to 2 inches.
KBK. Talking about the storm there, but I'm over here south of Dardanelle, about 4 miles. I'm sitting there watching a wall cloud. Looks like it's to the west side of Dardanelle there right now.
Okay, stand by. Let me take a look. Well, there seems to be a bit of a spin in that cloud there for sure. Nothing really pronounced or anything, but the conditions that we're in right now, according to the Weather Service, are conducive for spinning thunderstorms, and they said they can't rule out a chance of tornadic activity. So I would watch that as close as I could watch it there, because there is a thunderstorm in the area, and it's trying to congeal into a line just south and west of you is a severe thunderstorm with rotation. So the next storm up is you up there around Dardanelle. So keep a close watch and let us know so we can let the Weather Service know for sure.
I will. That thing dropped down there like it did within about the last 7 or 8 minutes. I just walked outside and was watching it drop down there. That's the only reason I told you about it. I live out just about halfway between Dardanelle and Centerville, and it sounds like the bulk of it, and it looks like the bulk of it is going to be between me and probably 5 or 6 miles the other side of Dardanelle, and then again down at Centerville. Looks like where it's going to cross, and Ola may get hit pretty hard down there too.
Yeah, copy that. The thing about it is, just about to your south and west is where that severe storm is, if you're in between Dardanelle and Centerville, so it's tracking north and east. You'll be affected by it here in the next, say, 10, 15 minutes.
Well, I'm sitting right here exactly where everything ever hits Atkins over there. It comes right over me. The trees back there behind me can prove that. Those trees have been twisted and distorted several times by tornadoes coming over me.
Yeah, copy that. Well, we appreciate your information there, and we want you to kind of stand by here in case we hear anything else from the Weather Service. We're going to go ahead and get online with the National Weather Service chat and see what they're saying about it. They usually get on the National Weather Service chat before we hear about warnings, before it gets, they put the warning out. So that comes in handy, like at least a couple of 3 minutes earlier, a warning about storms. So, but we will let you know if they have anything whatsoever on here at all. They are continuing the severe thunderstorm warning until 1:15 for Conway, Perry, Pope, and Yell.
I know. I'm watching the Weather Service there myself. Okay, I'll be back on your frequency here in just a little bit. I'm going to jump back on a Nevo repeater, so if anybody has any questions on there, I can answer them. Anyhow, the call sign is K5, KBK. I will be probably on the Nevo repeater, which you can probably reach that too. So, anyhow, I'm going to go back up there for a minute.
Okay, copy that. And, if it gets kind of nasty looking towards you or anywhere in your area, if you have any more information, please, by all means, come back over and holler at us and let us know. So we can pass it along to the folks down here on the 120 and the repeaters that are tied in. We certainly appreciate you, and I'll go ahead and stand aside here and see if Kelly has anything for you there. KG5RON, clear. Thank you for the information.
I'd keep an eye on that area that he was talking about. Anyway, I'm in the process of getting the computer up, so I'll be on EWS chat here in a minute.
Okay, copy that. Yeah, in between, just to the east of Chickasaw, looks like there's a little rotation there just south of Danville, so, yeah, we'll have to keep a close watch on it, and I'm definitely seeing some spin up east of Ola there for sure, red and green together. The gate-to-gate shear is there. It's not real strong, but it doesn't have to be to put out a funnel cloud or something. But yeah, just right on top of Ola, pretty much.
And 5JFH back in town.
The time is 1 p.m.
W5RHS repeater.
KG5RON for ID. I was just waiting to see if Kelly was going to jump in there with, any information on those chili bombs or gut bombs, I call them. Yeah, I mean, I love their chili. I really do. I know it's greasy and whatever, but for some reason, I love it. And, my recommendation to Mr. Hester is don't eat any of that chili if you're going to be anywhere up or down or around a repeater site, because facilities are not available.
It doesn't bother me as long as the poison has been steeped out of it. W5RHS, what's radar looking like? I'm in the process of getting the computer up still.
Oh, it's a big, large, strong area of rotation between Ola and Berta, a little bit more to the northeast of Ola, and it'll track over, well, it looks like if it keeps on with this track in the polygon here, it'll be affecting, Adona is going to be, it's going to be northwest of Adona, but you're looking at Apollo and down the line in Marlton and possibly Plummerville and Menifee if it continues on this track. Now, those cities are not in the polygon right now, but if they extend it on downrange, the warning, then they will be right in the middle.
You might want to include Centerville into that, too. I'm sitting there looking at the cloud down there. It looks like it's right there at the edge of Centerville.
Yeah, copy that. Yeah, I didn't mention them, but there was a couple of little areas of rotation, and it's a little bit stronger between Ola and Centerville. Yeah, so it'll be tracking over. It'll probably go right over Centerville area there, but as of right now, let me go to my radial velocity there. Yeah, there's definitely something spinning there, and it looks like it's becoming stronger than the southern one. No, I appreciate you bringing that to my attention.
I'm only about 4 miles from there. I got that one visually. I didn't get that one off my radar.
Yeah, copy that. Millions of dollars spent on radars, and you still can't beat the human eye. And the on the ground, here I am, right with it type situation. It appears most of the heaviest part right now is, moving on to State Highway 7, south of Centerville. So you'll probably get a bunch of wind and the such up there, and you could, get a spin up, but yeah, it'll probably pass just south of Centerville.
There's one on the other side, out there towards Subiaco out there. I see it. There's a wall cloud formed over there a little while ago, and then that one that's spinning up down there south of me down there towards Centerville. Like I say, I'm about 4 miles north of Centerville there, so I can pretty well see it. Rain starting here, and looks like I've got just a little bit of tiny hail in.
KG5RON, as of right now, with an update coming in about 45 seconds, something like that, northeast of Ola, it says 3/4 inch hail. So this is just radar indicated, now it's just updated. Now it says 1 inch hail. So, yeah, I would doubt that that's about the right size, but on the outside of that main core, it'll probably be like maybe pea-sized hail or something. The larger hail is going to be right in the middle of the updraft.
And they're looking, it's not a whole lot of it. It's from pea-size mixed in with this heavy rain I'm starting to get. But I still haven't gotten the hard winds. I got some winds probably gusting up to maybe 15, but nothing beyond that point. Okay, I'll get off here and let y'all go. If I hear anything else or I see anything locally up here, I'll let you know. K5, KBK's clear.
Okay, buddy, and certainly appreciate it. Thank you for that report. And like I said, we got 1 inch hail up there right now just south of Centerville, so you'll probably be affected by a little bit stronger winds here in the next, say, 10 minutes or something like that. But thank you for the information. No further, KG5RON. W5RHS, KG5RON.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, information, though, real quick. They are continuing the severe thunderstorm warning for Conway, Perry, Pope, Pope, and Yale, County Deal 115. some people and TV people or media were talking to the Weather Service. I don't know if you're on the chat, and they're saying any update on the Danville storm, and they said they're starting to see some ramping on the southern end and wanting to know if there's a change in it, and they said no real changes. They're just going to add a TOR, the tornado tag, to the severe thunderstorm warning to account for the rotation. So they're not going to put a warning out as of yet, and I do see slight reduction in rotation there. The couplet is not as pronounced, but it's still there, just a little bit south and east of Centerville right now is where it's still spinning, but it's not as strong of a spin as it was, say, 5 minutes ago. But that, they cycle,
Okay, I appreciate it. Yeah, I had to go check on Dad, so I hadn't got into the chat yet. As you just heard, the computer's coming up.
Yeah, copy. I heard it in the background, coming up and giving you boot up sounds and command sounds. But anyway, just, let your dad rest. Keep a close watch on him there, and, and our prayers are with you.
K5KBK. Like I said, I'm between Dardanelle and Centerville. The wind just died.
Attention, severe thunderstorm warning.
The National Weather Service in Little Rock has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northeastern Perry County in central Arkansas, northwestern Faulkner County in central Arkansas, southern Conway County in central Arkansas, east central Yell County in central Arkansas, southeastern Pope, P.O.P.E. County in central Arkansas until 2 p.m. At 1:10 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located near Carden Bottoms, or 12 miles northwest of Perryville, moving east at 40 miles per hour. Hazard, 6-hour wind gusts and half-dollar size hail. Source, radar 8.
Hey, Ron, let me take care of that situation.
WX radio off.
Okay, thank you, Kelly. That station up there south or around north of Centerville, come back here. We had the weather alert radio that kicked in and blocked you out.
I just got a little radio anyway. K5KBK's call sign. Anyhow, I was just going to let you guys know the skies are starting to clear here. The wind's dropped, the rain stopped here, and I can see the cloud forms. Looks like it's actually building over towards the Atkins area some too. But anyhow, I'm way cleared. I think I'll go back up to the Mount Nebo, Peter. Y'all have a good day, and just thought I'd give you the input there. K5KBK's clear.
We certainly appreciate it, and they have extended that warning on out to include Morrilton, Opelo, Plumerville, and Menifee, and possibly even Perry. But yeah, that's a pretty strong storm. Gotten a little bit stronger in the last sweep there. Rotation's just a little bit north of Casa right now, probably about 3 or 4 miles. 73s, we do appreciate you there, and if you get any more information, go ahead and holler and let us know, man. We appreciate each and every one of us that do that.
A point of interest there, guys in Morrilton need to look out, because when it hits Bettigene there, it's gonna move. It's liable to swing right there in the middle of them over there, Morrilton. I've watched these storms do that for a lot of years down through here. Okay, K5KBK's clear, going back up to Little Peter on the Mount Nebo. Bye.
Okay, buddy, and like I said, we certainly appreciate it, and you're absolutely right. That is tracking right for Morrilton. the storm is. So they will be affected by it because, it's just a known fact. Anyway, listen, we appreciate it. 73's KG5RON. I'll be standing by here. W5RHS KG5RON.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to ask you, do you have your GR level 3 up? Okay, well, I was going to mention, I'm on base reflectivity, the composite reflectivity, and if you'll notice, there's kind of like a line trying to form, and then that severe thunderstorm is on the very southern end of that line, and if you notice, it's jumped out a little bit ahead of the line of storms, if you will. If you notice, it's a little bit east and southeast of that line, even though it's still attached to the line, but it's out ahead, and it's able to pull in all that moisture in the such and feed itself, and that's why that one's gotten big.
Yeah, if you go to just plain base reflectivity, you can actually see it's separated right there by Atkins. There's a little, south of Atkins, there's a little gap in it. I'm thinking that this is the one that had a tornado warning on it earlier when it entered the state.
It might be that same cell. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure about that because I noticed it earlier, and it's, in that same general region, but I don't know if that's the actual same one or not, but it's definitely got a spin to it, and it is without a doubt the strongest and heaviest storm in the state. We got other thunder showers up, Blytheville and Harrisburg and around northeast of Augusta, but we got another one down to, northwest of Mount Ida. So, it's trying to get it, they're trying to get their act together, but the big, concert in town tonight is this storm here around Casa, right on top of Casa.
Well, we got extreme storm chaser Reed is in Arkansas, around the Conway area, and he's going to be going Conway up to around Jonesboro to intercept all these.
KG5RON, new information just north and east of Casa. Looks like they've got a hail marker of 2.5 inch. It's white now. Whenever you get white on a thunderstorm showing hail, that's pretty significant hail. So you need to keep a close watch on it. I hate to hear when Reed Timmer comes to Arkansas. It's almost like I can't think of the guy's name, Jim Cantori for the Weather Channel. When Jim Cantori or any of the big storm spotters show up, or when James Spann takes his jacket off and exposes his suspenders, there's going to be trouble.
Good old Screaming Reed, M5JFH.
Yeah, Jason, he can't decide if he wants to speed up or back up.
Rex, radio check.
Well, we didn't catch your call letters, but we heard radio check, so go ahead. KG5RON.
5RON, WX0X. Shane here in Conway, going to head out of West 64 and get in the way of this thing. Heard your conversation earlier, and I agree with you. Beware tail end Charlie. Anyway, can I get in the way of this thing? I'll tell you what I see. WX0X.
CQW.
Okay, WX station there. You're sounding very good and loud and everything. And I'm in total agreement there. We do need to watch this storm. It's north and east of Casa. It's in between Casa and Adona right now, and it's got let me see here right quick, 2.5 inch hail. and it's becoming a bit stronger. They're saying now from the Weather Service the supercell in Yell County has weakened quite a lot. You know, the rotation's decreased in the mid-level reflectivity as it moved east of Danville. However, the storm's on its way back up as it nears the Arkansas River southwest of Morrilton. A new severe thunderstorm warning's been issued for Conway, Faulkner, Perry, and Pope counties. So we'll really need to watch this thing. It's the dominant game in town today.
Hey, Ron, I heard another station try to get in there right before you said that.
That other station, he's in and out of the repeater. We got a lot of noise, and we heard the last part of the call letters. I think it was W.
Sorry about that. I was on HD. I was just saying hi to Shane. I guess he didn't hear me. KC5CQW.
Oh, long time no hear. It's good to hear from you. Yeah, going to go out there and see what I can see with this storm sitting here on the west side of Conway, 25 and 64. WX0X.
All right, I'll be back on the side listening for a while. Y'all have a good one. 73 KC5CQW.
Just more general information on an update here we just got on the Doppler radar here program we have. There's a bit of rotation in between Casa and Perryville, and let's see, it's tracking off to the east-northeast, and it might track right on through Conway. Morrilton's going to be affected also, but the south of Morrilton right now, it appears the heaviest part of this storm probably be affecting Apollo and Conway here in the next, say, 10, maybe 15 to 20 minutes. W5RHS, KG5RON. Yeah, Kelly, that storm has separated itself from that line. It is definitely moving faster than that QLCS is moving, you know, the line, the quasi-linear convective system, if you will. The line is moving on to the north and east, but this storm's kind of jumped out ahead of it, so it's got free food, tornado juice, if you will, storm juice. Humidity's there, the dew points are up, got a jet stream that's conductive for spinning storms coming from the southwest moving up. So, yeah, the Cape is kind of high here, and the humidity is high, you know, high enough for it to feed this thing.
I see that. It looks like it's heading straight towards Apollo.
Oh, without a doubt, Apollo's probably hearing thunder and getting rain right now, and it's just on the very edge of this thing. It will track almost right over Apollo and Conway proper.
Rain and gray skies in Apollo right now.
And we certainly appreciate that information there, but get ready. You're under the gun in the next, say, 5-10 minutes. You'll start getting heavier rain, probably lightning and high winds and thunder and maybe even hail. Hail size has dropped down from 2.5 inches in this last sweep to this sweep. It says 1.5 inch. So what's happening? It's a strong thunderstorm, but some of the hail is too large for the updraft to keep up in the air and get larger. So it falls to the ground, and it goes from 2.5 to 1.5. So the big hail's really already dropped out, and it's building more now. So within, say, 10 minutes, you're going to be probably getting some heavy rain and maybe even some hail, because it will track right over Apollo.
Yeah, that line is right in the bottoms between Apollo and the river. Kind of look towards Morrilton, and it's just kind of a little bit lighter right there where the line is.
Yeah, absolutely. Heaviest part of the storm, the core, is in between Casa and Perryville right now, and it's just southwest of Apollo, and you're just right on the edge of it. It should be updating in the next few seconds, but it'll be on Apollo before you know it. And Morrilton's going to be getting some of this storm also. If it tracks on off to the it's more of an east-northeast type of track, and they'll be getting some of the northern part of the storm, which probably includes some heavy rain with lightning and wind and the such, and maybe some hail, but the core will be moving straight over Opelo here very shortly and in the west side of Conway.
Seems to be the normal path form coming right across the top of us here. KI-5, MCS clear.
Copy that. You're absolutely right. It's just like where we live in Saline County, those tornadic storms tend to come up Interstate 30. You know, usually within, say, 5 miles of the interstate, north or south of it, you know, but it'll track right up there for some reason. Same thing happens up there just west of Opelo, and Conway comes up through that area there, and it's like it's directed. So just be careful. If you see anything, hear anything, please let us know. And we certainly appreciate you on here, and we'll try to keep you advised. If and when the Weather Service says anything about it, we'll put it on here as quick as it comes out because we're on the chat. Right now we got a local storm report out of Ola, Yell County, that had hail, 1-inch hail at 1 o'clock. So that's a little bit delayed, but it will, probably be putting out more hail. So we appreciate you, and we'll stand by here on the channel. KG5RON. Okay, KG5RON. There'll be a warning coming out shortly for Garland, Montgomery, Perry, and Saline, and Yell till 2:15. Severe thunderstorm. Okay, National Weather Service in Little Rock's issued a severe thunderstorm warning effective till 2:15 for Southwest Perry, Southwest Garland, northwest Garland, northwest Saline, southwest Yell, and northeastern Montgomery counties till 2:15. Severe thunderstorm located near Muddy Creek Wildlife Management Area, 17 miles north of Mount Ida, moving east at 55.0 miles per hour. Hot Springs Village and Carter Cove and Mount Tabor, Hamilton, Jessieville, Chula, and Onyx and Hollis and Story will all be affected by this severe thunderstorm warning till 2:15. KG5RON. Clear. KG5RON, we appreciate that. They have canceled severe thunderstorm warning for Pope, POPE, and Yell, continuing the severe thunderstorm warning for Conway, Faulkner, and Perry till 2 o'clock. And then that's in conjunction with this other severe thunderstorm warning till 2:15. So the storms are starting to get their act together here, and we'll go ahead and put this information out on our webpage, KG5RON.
AA5AD monitor.
Oh, copy that. Well, no, you don't have to apologize for anything here. We're watching the weather. We got a new severe thunderstorm warning. It includes the Saline County area. I should say, it's extreme northwestern Saline County, way over there to the very corner of the northwestern part of the state, of the county. But it's moving. It'll track across that area here and right on towards, my goodness, Hollis and Onyx are next up, and then Applin and possibly Perryville and Perry down a little bit further down the line. Bill will probably hear some thunder.
Yeah, if he's home today. I don't know if he's at home or at work. W5RHS.
Yeah, copy that. I noticed on one of the state radar images that I put on you, the commented about under severe thunderstorm watch till 7, or for the next 7 hours. Yeah, I've got that on there.
I'd say the wind is starting to get up pretty good between Perry and Opelo.
Yeah, let me get back over and take a look here at it. Yeah, without a doubt. Apollo going to be getting ready to. There's still a little bit of a rotating mesocyclone inside that thunderstorm. So just north of Adona and northwest of Perry, close to that hail core there, it shows 2-inch hail now. But yeah, Perry and Apollo going to be hammered here pretty quick. So I hope nobody's out driving on the highway going through their highway. What's it? 9.
Would that storm be on top of Pettigene right now?
Well, if it isn't, it won't be long. It will be. Yeah, I'm still showing rotation. I mean, in between Apollo and Perry. That's southeast of the hail core there, so... but yeah, there's definitely some spin. Now, it's not concentrated or anything, but it's a very broad area of rotation. But it's definitely something there. Getting ready to move across the highway there off of 9, moving across 9 between Apollo and Perry.
Yeah, it looks like hail core is fixing to be right at Perry and 9.
Yeah, copy that. It just updated. It is on top of Perry, and it shows 100% chance of hail and 90% chance of significant hail, and it says 2-inch.
K5FAL.
Yeah, go ahead, station, KG5RON.
This is K5FIL. Just going to see if you notice anything southwest of Benton. They just come across the TV about a thunderstorm warning for Saline County.
A severe thunderstorm warning is for 2:15, and that will include the extreme northwestern part of the county. It does not include the Benton area, but it is the northern part of Garland County and the extreme northwestern part of Saline County. The storm is out, my goodness, let's see here, the storm is near Onyx, in between Onyx and Story, so it's still about a county away or two, but it will only affect the extreme northwestern part of the county.
You guys doing a great job keeping everybody informed. Appreciate this K5FIL monkey.
Oh, copy that, and we appreciate those kind words. Now, as of right now, that thunderstorm, let's see, a 90% chance. Yeah, so there's a 2-inch hail. They're saying 100% chance of hail and a 90% chance of significant hail in that storm also, and there's 2-inch hail in it. And that's in between Story and Onyx. Yeah, right now it's moving over the Arkansas State Highway 27 right now between Onyx and Story. And if it keeps tracking this direction, it will indeed cross over the extreme northwestern and northern parts of Saline County and maybe affect even Perrin down the line, which is not in this warning as of right now. So, but we will let everybody know if they update that warning and keep everybody advised. Just information for that storm up over Perry in Perry County right now. It's got 2-inch hail, and the winds are getting a bit stronger there, Kelly. So we'll need to watch that rascal because that's going to be moving in either real close to the Conway area or over Conway, in between, say, Conway and Menifee. So, but Conway better be ready because it's getting ready. It's coming.
What's that little bit of red and green right there at Menifee, right north of Menifee, just right on it?
Well, that could be, wind out in front of the thunderstorm. Let me get over on my base reflectivity here, composite. See, yeah, that's just wind shift from the wind. See, in front of a thunderstorm, the wind moves towards the thunderstorm, and as it gets there, the winds don't know which way to go except up. And that's where you're probably picking that up on the radar. You're seeing clouds and the such being lifted up into the front flank updraft, feeding the storm. So that's why you get wind shift there. It'll be coming in almost due west or from the northeast to the southwest, and all of a sudden it'll shift. That's what we're seeing right now, the Doppler shift on the winds that are changing direction on that storm coming over Perry. Yeah, that's associated, like you'll hear a lot of people that's been in, severe thunderstorms or tornadic thunderstorms. They'll say, it was real windy before it got here, and all of a sudden it got real still. The wind quit blowing. The reason it quits blowing, because the wind is going straight up into the thunderstorm. You won't feel the wind going straight up.
You see that little purple symbol just popped up?
Are you talking in reference to the Perry County storm?
Yeah, with a number 3 on it.
I don't know. Are you talking about the hail?
No, I'm getting a TVS signature exactly east of Perry.
Well, I've got TVS selected up on the GR level 3, and it's not showing anything for me. I do, however, see a large core of hail just north of Perry, and 2 3/4 inch, okay? So you're talking about ping pong ball size or even larger, maybe even golf ball size.
Mine says TVS, cell Q4, max DV 82 knots, height 12,500, depth 27,600, top 29,600.
Okay, it just popped up on mine here. Let me see. I have to get my magnifying glass here. Okay, let's see. All right, we got a inbound delta velocity of 31 and outbound of 30. So, yeah, it says maximum delta velocity is 82 knots. Yeah, there's spin in it for sure. Yeah, that the delta velocities tell you exactly what you need to know, because there's 31 inbound in toward the storm and 30 outbound away from the storm, so there's definitely some spin in there. KG5RON for ID. If you'll go to the, let me see, base velocity, let's see. Yeah, base velocity, 1.8 degree tilt. You'll see the broad area of rotation.
Okay, I see it.
Yeah, you got a little noisy. I guess you're on portable, moving around and everything, checking on that, I guess. Yeah, looking at this thing, it's still tracking almost due east. There's a little bit of a northern component to it, but all in all, it's tracking to the east-northeast, and it won't be long. It'll be affecting Conway. If I'm not mistaken, it'll be crossing the river up there just west of Conway and moving on in. It's still showing, let's see, yeah, a bit of rotation there, but just east of Perry, or a little bit northeast of Perry, between Opelo and Perry, there, just east of Highway 9. And it's tracking on off, like I said, almost due east. It's a east-northeast. With a more eastward component to it, and Conway's going to be affected here within the next, say, 10, 15 minutes. It's coming.
Go to the base velocity 3.5 and look at around Opelo. I got to go turn the crossband on. W5RHS.
Okay, I copy that on the 3.5 there. There's some, winds that are circulating up southeast of Apollo, but nothing really. I mean, we're looking way up into that thunderstorm. I mean, you're talking 3/4 of the way up into the storm at a tilt, so, yeah, you're going to see wind circulating around up there. That's what's keeping that hail up in the air. That circulation or that rotation there, that high up of a tilt, more than likely is not reaching the ground, because when I drop down, on my velocities down to 2.2 and less, maybe 1.5 degrees, it disappears, but this, like I said, this whole storm has got spin to it. And the jet stream is conductive, for causing them to spin. And the direction of travel of these storms is directly related to the jet stream and which direction the jet stream is pushing the storm. So that gives you an idea how the jet stream is blowing there. So, but anyway, I went down on my base velocity to like 1.5 degrees, and there's still some spin there, but like I said, this whole thing is spinning, and you're going to get winds coming from different directions all up and down through the storm, because it's feeding on the moisture in the air, and it's pulling it in, and the storm is spinning. Therefore, you'll get spin showing up on the radar, but that's nothing really to worry about, because, the ones that you do need to worry about is north of Houston right now, on the outskirts of Conway. And in the next 10 minutes, they'll be affected.
AG5DNF.
AG5DNF, AA5AD. Okay, we're cross-banding W5RHS.
Yeah, you're good, loud and clear, or what I used to say, 5 by 5. You sound good. Too bad I don't hear the Motorola kerchunk at the end, but I can make do.
I don't think I'll have to chase them. I think they're headed at us. So anyway, it looks like here in, I don't know, probably 45 minutes or an hour, we'll be seeing some severe weather enter into our picture.
Yeah, copy that. Hopefully, whenever you have a little time or whatever, hopefully that one that I'm supposed to be getting will be come in, because I love Motorola. In case somebody comes up and wants to cause trouble, I can kabunk them in the head with that 85-pound battery.
I don't know. Got a little bit of a hail core in it, but unless it starts breaking loose and getting out on its own, I guess maybe it will consolidate and rain itself out.
What are you doing? Kilo 5 Whiskey Papa Sugar clear.
Well, you're more than welcome there. I believe you said K5WPS, no doubt. Didn't catch the first part of the transmission because you kind of dropped that. It takes time for the repeaters to all kick in. But anyway, if you're north of Houston, between Apollo and Conway, well, you got a heck of a storm going on right now up there. 2 1/4 inch hail. That's significant hail, and it's tracking almost due east, so it'll be affecting Conway shortly. KG5RON.
Monitoring. If anything does pop up, give me a call if you don't mind, if you see it. I'm trying to monitor the radar, NWS chat, and such as that also. But I'm also, like I say, with the headphones on, chasing DX a little bit too, so I may miss it.
W5RHS, was that you just now? KG5RON.
Sorry about that. Had to take a phone call from my brother. Go to the base velocity, no base reflectivity 2.5. And look at this Perry County storm. It's like a hook right there by Houston. And let me get this other phone now.
Yeah, no problem whatsoever. Information, they've canceled the severe thunderstorm warning for Montgomery County continuing severe thunderstorm warning till 2:15 for Garland, Perry, Saline, and Yell. And I was looking at that. It appears there might be kind of an appendage from the southwestern quadrant of that severe thunderstorm. And, yeah, there's a bit of spin there. So just east of Houston, I should say northeast of Houston and due north of Bigelow, got a bit of a spin there, and that don't look good. I don't like the way that's looking there. There's definitely, it's kind of broken up in there, but there is something there. It appears that it might be a bit of a rotation, so I'm going to go ahead and switch over to, I switched over to the storm radial velocity, and there's definitely a bit of a activity there for sure. So I would need to watch that very, very closely. KG5RON.
Correct. I'm down at the Conway Airport looking west into that hook, and there is nothing there right now. It's just a gust front just came across here at the Conway Airport, and a little bit of roll cloud, but looking off to the west, I don't see any lowerings or anything like that right now.
Okay, station up there around the Conway Airport, copied all of that there. But just information, it's due west of Conway right now, tracking east. It'll be crossing over, let me see here, my goodness, I can't see so well anymore, but it'll be crossing over, State Highway 60, I believe here. State Highway 60, due west of Conway. And in fact, it's right now located where when you head out 260 and it turns kind of more of a south or southwest track toward Houston, that's where the storm is right now. But we thank you for the storm report.
That double with Shane. You go ahead. You and Shane double.
5KMY, sorry about the double up in Cabot. I was just trying to figure out which storm of the two, and it appears that the one on the northeast storm is the one you guys are looking at.
It's the one that's closing in on Conway. Shane, there might not be anything in the hook right now, but it looks suspicious on radar for sure. W5RHS.
SKG5RON, the Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning till 2:45 for Conway, Faulkner, Perry, and Pulaski County. That's until 2:45. KG5RON.
The time is 2 p.m.
W5RHS repeater.
Just general information, the folks up in the Conway and Menifee and Valonia area have got a severe thunderstorm warning just to the west of Conway right now, and you can expect some very high winds, almost straight line winds, and some possibly ping pong ball sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So it's moving into the Conway region as we speak. So within the next, say, 5-10 minutes, Conway will be under the gun. As of right now, I'm showing 2 1/4 inch hail marker. So we're looking at 2 1/4 inch hail. That's probably ping pong ball size, maybe a little bit larger. And that'll be moving. This storm is going to track directly over Conway. Still got a bit of rotation in it there, but mostly straight line winds and gusty winds for sure. KG5RON. W5RHS, KG5RON.
Go ahead. Reed's right there on that storm west of Conway.
Yeah, copy that. I figured he would be there. But anyway, on the base reflectivity, composite reflectivity, it looks like that severe storm up there west, just above Conway, is pulling in the storms off to the northeast, you know, around Greenbrier and Rosebud. It appears it's pulling those in. It'll probably consolidate with them. We'll have to watch that storm for sure.
If you will go through your base reflectivity, go to 0.9 and 1.5 and 1.8, you still see that appendage still there. W5RHS.
Oh, yeah, copy that. And also that storm, it's in the extreme southwestern Perry County's got a bit of a appendage, you know, the one that's severe warned for the extreme northwest part of the county. It's got a bit of an appendage on it, too. So I'm not sure if it's back building or, you know, building further down the line, if you will, or if it's actually spinning up like the other one is. Now, yeah, that one up around Conway, boy, that's worrisome looking there. I don't know if I like that or not, but let's see, on the radial velocity, it'll be, that'll be just south and west of Conway, but the main part of the storm is moving over Conway right now with 1 1/4 inch hail.
I wonder if Shane's still on there listening at the airport.
WX0X. I'm actually left the airport going back towards the center of Conway. Just a lot of heavy rain right now. Still nothing to report. WX0X.
Okay, station. We just information. About 3 miles, 4 miles due west of Conway is where the notch is, the inflow notch for the lower part of that storm that's moving into Conway right now. It's still kind of muddy and murky looking on the radar, but there is a notch there, and that's inflow into the storm. So that'll be moving over Conway proper here in the next, say, 4 or 5 minutes or something to that effect. So we'll try to keep you advised. KG5RON. Yeah, Kelly, it won't be long before that severe thunderstorm affects the extreme northwestern part of the county, and it has a bit of an appendage on it, and there's some spinning and some circulating in there, but it's kind of muddy, murky, if you will. It's not very organized as of right now. Just got an update on the velocities, and it says right now 3/4 inch hail.
Yeah, I see it. W5RHS.
Okay, 2 miles south of Apollo, storm report. Here we have $half-dollar sized hail reported there at 137, and that's about 1 1/4 inch. So, and they have a photograph of it also. It showed the $half-dollar sized hail southwest of Apollo.
That's what the radar was showing.
Yeah, copy that. Let me zoom back in. It should be, I'm looking at the storm. Well, they're getting some high winds and the such in Conway right now, and the storm has just reached the actual city limits there, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go back over to base reflectivity. Okay. Yeah, it's on top of Conway now.
Dime-sized hail west Conway. EM is support.
Yeah, copy that. Just looking at the wind velocities, the one that's closest to the Little Rock radar site, you know, the wind south of Conway, maybe a couple of miles south of Conway, seems to be where the strongest winds right now, and that's not far from where that, you know, that possible inflow notch was. So we'll have to really watch that thing because it's still spinning. Yeah, it just updated. It's still there, but it's south of Conway. Right now they're probably just getting heavy rain and high winds.
Yeah, they're forming a broken line from around southwest of Mount Ida up through the warned storms and up towards Newport.
Yeah, copy that. That's what I figured was going to happen, you know. Let me get my county names off. There we go. Yeah, I figured it would turn into what they call a quasi-linear convective system, a line of storms, and basically that's what's happening, and I figured it would happen later on this afternoon and around 3 o'clock, so that's pretty doggone close to being right on par. They are back building out towards Mount Ida and down towards McQueen, so I do believe we'll have a linear line of storms here in the next, say, hour or so. It'll be more of a line of storms instead of the broken storms turning into a line.
So far, I don't see any of them lined up for us, but that could change after a while.
Yeah, copy that. Severe thunderstorm warning has been canceled for Perry County, but it continues till 2:45 for Conway, Faulkner, and Pulaski County. And let's see. Let me see what this says here about this strong thunderstorm. A strong thunderstorm will impact portions of central Perry and northwestern Saline County, west central Pulaski counties through 2:45. At 2:12, Doppler radar's tracking a strong thunderstorms 8 miles north of Jessieville, 13 miles northwest of Hot Springs Village, moving east at 40. We're looking at 50 mile-an-hour wind gusts, pea-sized hail, and Perryville, Williams Junction, Appleton, DeBerry, and Y Mountain, and Houston, and Antioch are all going to be affected by that segment. KG5RON. Information from the emergency manager. They're saying there was dime-sized hail west of Conway. Dime-sized hail west of Conway at 2:13, so that's about 4 minutes ago. KG5RON.
You go to reflectivity 1.8, that one on Conway still looks kind of interesting.
All right, let me see here. You say 1.8 on the velocity?
Negative reflectivity.
Yeah, I believe it's passing just a bit south of Conway, but they're still getting hammered with winds and maybe even hail. Looks like, half-inch hail, something to that effect. So let me go back over to my base velocity, or I should say reflectivity. It has lost a little bit of its intensity. Not much, but a little bit. It'll be passing on off to the northwest of Bologna, and El Paso is in the path.
If it had just a little bit more fuel or something, it would do something with it.
Yeah, copy that. And that's like my grandpa used to say. And if my mother had wheels, she'd be a wagon. Okay, they've dropped that severe thunderstorm warning that included northwestern Saline County. However, that storm is just now moving into the northwest part of the county with half-inch hail. And on the composite reflectivity, the base reflectivity composite, there's still an appendage there, and it's right on the Garland and Perry County line, and it's tracking on off to the east and northeast. So, just probably north of Jessieville is going to be some storm activity here pretty soon. And it looks like it's tracking right into the Perrin area.
Okay, I'll switch over and look at it. Who's doing carpentry work in your background?
KG5RON. Well, you can hear that. Well, oddly enough, she's still hammering. That's my wife. And she is not installing anything. She is sewing. her machine, she's probably sewing like blue jeans, and that material is very thick, and it won't fit into the under the sewing machine. She has to hammer it down flatter so it'll fit under the machine where she can sew like hems and stuff. And I can tell you right now, she's sewing probably blue jean material.
And there's a severe thunderstorm warning for northern Saline County.
Yeah, they just put it out. That was the storm they dropped the warning on, and now turned around and put a new one out. So that's interesting. Usually they'll bring a new warning up before they get to it gets to you. So we'll have to keep a close watch on this. Doggone it. I hate it when they do that, because that means I have to go back and then remove one warning and put a new warning out, and it's like, a little extra work, but I don't mind.
I can see the tower from that thunderstorm from the back, from the patio window here, standing tall, and I don't blame you. You're going to get into the edge of it if you come in through Congo-Ferndale. I'm seeing Congo-Ferndale cut off, or whatever it is, Highway 12 or whatever it's called. It's hovering just north of it. You'll get a little rain from it, probably.
Yeah. Well, if you're on the Saline County side of it, it's 12th Street. I think if you're on the Pulaski County side of it, in Little Rock, it's Canis. The Saline County informed me one time when I called them that they do numbers and not names.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you'll be less likely to be hailed on if you go that way than if you do the other way. If you do the other way, you're going to go right through the middle of it, right through the core.
Down here where I can see back to the west a little bit, it looks a little dark several miles west of where I'm at right now, and I'm just now getting on Crystal Hill Road.
147.1200. Let me grab this phone.
K5WRS, monitoring and mobile.
This information here, Weather Service says a strong thunderstorm is going to impact portions of east central Perry, southern Faulkner County, northern Saline County, and northern Pulaski counties until 3:15. At 2:50, Doppler radar is tracking a strong thunderstorm over Roland in Pulaski County, 7 miles northwest of Maumelle, and it's moving east at 50 miles an hour. The hazards involved will be wind gusts up to 50 miles an hour, and pea-sized hail. And they're talking about North Little Rock, Maumelle, Valonia, North Little Rock Airport, Mayflower, Little Italy, Gravel Ridge, and Morgan and Oak Grove in that vicinity there. And that's also Interstate 40 between mile markers 130 and 148, and Highway 67 between mile markers 4 and 5. KG5RON. And further information, this storm in western and northwestern Pulaski County will be affecting the Conway and the Mayflower and the Maumelle area here very shortly. Not so much Conway, but Mayflower, Maumelle, and Pinnacle will be affected by this storm here any time now, because it's just now moving into that region, and they'll probably be reissuing a severe thunderstorm warning for this storm. It's almost to the east end of that polygon for the older storm, so they're going to probably extend that on out here shortly, and I'll advise. KG5RON.
5RHS back. Ron, were you talking about that storm is behind the one that just went through Perrin because there's another one coming through Perrin that's further south that is going to encompass Perrin.
Copy that. It's not severe warned or anything to that effect. The big boy in town is the one in western Pulaski County. And like I said, like you said, that is a thunderstorm, but it's not severe. Now, it doesn't mean it won't have high winds and rain and the such, but the big boy is the one that's just north of Ferndale, west of Pinnacle, and it's going to be affecting Roland, Maumelle, and Pinnacle very shortly here. With a lot of wind, it looks like on the velocity data, it shows a gust front that stretches from Perrin back to just west of Pinnacle to up to Roland and up into the Mayflower area. So that's one heck of an outflow there from this storm. So the wind's going to shift when it gets to you. You'll know when that wind shifts that the storm is almost on you.
Thing that I told Bill about it because he was about to drive right through the core of it.
Yeah, copy that. Looks like the heaviest gust front is just west of Pinnacle. Well, basically between Ferndale and Pinnacle. Due west of Pinnacle is where the heaviest winds are. It appears it's trying to bow just a little bit, the backward C on the radar means that where that C in the middle of the C out front is where the strongest winds are, and that's just due west of Pinnacle. Probably right on top of Pinnacle now. Needless to say, I wouldn't want to be climbing up Mount Pinnacle. All right, KG5RON information. The Weather Service has allowed to expire the severe thunderstorm warning for Faulkner, Perry, Pulaski, and Saline. They've allowed it to expire. Let me see what they say about it. The storm, which prompted the warning, has weakened below severe limits, no longer poses an immediate threat to life and property. Therefore, the warning is allowed to expire. But they say gusty winds are still possible with this thunderstorm, and I would say, yes, it is. It's quite gusty. That's KG5RON. Yeah, they, just information, they have dropped the severe thunderstorm warning for that storm in western Pulaski County. However, still heavy rain and heavy winds and strong winds coming in through the Pinnacle area right now. Pinnacle, Maumelle, and Mayflower are going to be experiencing the high winds here very shortly, but the warning, severe thunderstorm warning, has been allowed to expire. That is the strongest, quote-unquote, strongest storm in the area right now, as the one in northwestern Pulaski County, and it still shows 3/4-inch hail. But the storm has, quote-unquote, weakened slightly, but it's still a very strong thunderstorm. It's not severe, but it's still very strong. High winds and gusty winds and rain and hail are still possible. KG5RON. W5RHS, KG5RON.
Made it back.
Oh, okay, copy that. Well, I was wondering, I heard a repeater do the auto ID, and it was very low. Is that the 4.8?
You shouldn't hear 4.8 coming through on 120. You shouldn't hear its ID.
Okay, well, I didn't quite catch it, to see if it was one of the link repeaters, but I definitely heard one, and it was real low.
No idea. Shouldn't be able to hear, the only idea is that we should hear would be from 120, if everything's working right, but I don't know, man, there's a big old storm down around Mountain Pine, too, extend on out. It just is going to creep up on us.
Yeah, copy that. That's the southwestern edge of that line of storms that's formed up. And, yeah, that's a pretty strong one there. That is the second strongest one, it looks like, in the state. So the other one is up in the Mayflower and northern Pulaski County area. And this one will be affecting the probably central part of Saline County here soon.
The one south of Rosebud and Latonia, or whatever it is, up around Pleasant Springs, up towards Newport, those aren't anything to sneeze at either.
Yeah, copy that. They've got some half-inch hail and such in them, so I'm not real concerned about them right now. The ones that we need to really keep a close watch on is the one around the big populous area around Little Rock and Conway and Mayflower and the such, and that other one there around Hot Springs, we'll have to watch it very closely. But the ones up in the northeastern part of the state have to swap over to the Memphis radar or even Paducah, Kentucky to even get a good look at them.
The radio again, W5RHS.
Okay, KG5RON.
Am I making a repeater?
The station when saying, are we making a repeater? You did at the very last end of your transmission. Go ahead and try again.
This is K5DBC, Kilo 5, Delta Bravo, Charlie David. I'm about 8 miles east of Lonoke, and I'm looking up at blue skies and partly cloudy right now, so there must be a whole lot of change between me and Little Rock.
Well, copy that. Between Little Rock and Lone Oak, not much going on. Might be some sprinkles over the Little Rock region, but when you head a little bit north and west of that, up into the northern part of Pulaski County, you got some thunderstorms. It's not, well, it is severe. Yeah, it is a severe thunderstorm. They've reissued it for the northern part of the county. That counts for Jacksonville and Cabot and Bologna and the such. Storms over Mayflower right now, and it is severe. They just reissued it.
Okay, sounds good. I may miss the whole thing. I'm turning south on 530 and headed down to Redfield, so I may not catch any of it.
Yeah, copy that. If you're heading down toward Redfield, you'll be good to go for a while. We got some other storms out around, well, Mountain Pine and Hot Springs and Crystal Springs and on out a little bit west, and those will be affecting you a little bit further down the line. But as of right now, nothing really in the Redfield area. Might be a shower or two pop up here and there.
Roger that. Well, thanks for the report, Ron. It's always good to hear from you.
Yeah, copy that. No problem. Glad to do it. Don't mind doing it at all. That's a way to justify me buying more radios. KG5RON. My wife said I heard that.
Now, if we can just figure out a way to convince my wife to let me buy some antenna. K5DBC.
Yeah, copy that. Well, you know, if they would just realize that a better, newer, taller antenna, then you get the signal out better and you can receive the severe weather alerts better. No further, KG5RON. There's always a way to justify it.
Convincing rotation of the day on radar, and you guys aren't saying anything about it. Look up there north of Gibson, WX0X.
Yeah, I see that up there in the, it's definitely right in the middle of that polygon, and it's definitely got something showing up there. Let me switch off of radio velocity and see what else we got going on. Yeah, definitely. We need to keep a close watch on that. Just probably about 4 miles northeast of Gibson, due north of Gravel Ridge. See a little bit of activity there, no doubt. You know, in and outbound winds. It's real close to the radar site, so that might be artifacts showing up, but it's right in the middle of that storm.
Convincing rotation of the day on radar, and you guys aren't saying anything about it. Look up there north of Gibson, WX0X.
Yeah, I see that up there in the, it's definitely right in the middle of that polygon, and it's definitely got something showing up there. Let me switch off of radio velocity and see what else we got going on. Yeah, definitely. We need to keep a close watch on that. Just probably about 4 miles northeast of Gibson, due north of Gravel Ridge. See a little bit of activity there, no doubt. You know, in and outbound winds. It's real close to the radar site, so that might be artifacts showing up, but it's right in the middle of that storm.
Earl H in northwest Little Rock. It just started pouring rain here at Chenal Mountain. Repeater.
Yeah, copy that. Now, they hadn't quite, the main part of that one part of the storm hadn't quite gotten there, but it's coming. We've got one up right over Pinnacle right now with pretty heavy rain and a possibility of pea-sized hail. And looks like we're getting 2 storms now. Instead of one big one, it's 2 storms. Part of it is broken off, and it's on top of Pinnacle. And the main part of the thunderstorm is from Maumelle up to Cato and up toward Valonia. And that's where that wind couplet shows up the best right there. If I'm not mistaken, that is north and northeast of Cato.
Just a minute ago on the WSRAD raw data. I just stepped out to run to the bank, but I was watching it on my computer, and it looks pretty good. Like me, anyway, we have warped senses good.
Yeah, copy that. We're going to have a lot of wind going in different directions, and that's why it shows up on there, because you got winds coming into the thunderstorm, the leading edge of the storm, you know, the front flank updraft, and then you got a front flank downdraft. So in the front of the storm, you got one going up, and with some winds going down, stand by. Just got something from the weather. Okay, tornado warning. National Weather Service has issued tornado warning for Lone Oak, Pulaski, and White County to 3:45. Severe thunderstorm capable of a tornado over Little Rock Air Base moving east at 40. So that's the one we've been looking at.
5 RLH is a registered storm spotter. You might want to take this over to the SKYWARN channel. I'm heading there now.
Here's the SKYWARN channel. Jeff, KG5RON, you want to put us in SKYWARN?
Warning. Central AR SKYWARN net up. SKYWARN net up.
Hey, thank you very much, W5RHS. This is KG5RON information. We do have the SKYWARN net up because of the tornadic thunderstorm in north-central Pulaski County moving toward the north and east. They're talking about a tornadic thunderstorm over the Little Rock Air Base right now, tracking on off to the north and east. This storm will be affecting Cabot, Austin, and on the northern fringe of the polygon there, close to Ward. So we were just talking about that storm with the rotation and the such in it. So, yeah, they're issuing a tornado warning effective. Let's see if I can get that to come back up here. I'll be back shortly with it here. Let me click it up and pull it up. That'll be until 3:45.
Not sure why.
Okay, there were 2 stations talking at the same time.
AR link system coming online. Please wait. 4, SKYWARN, net up. Link system on.
It's KG5 all in. Just to reiterate there, I think the whole net is up now. So the National Weather Service in Little Rock has issued a tornado warning effective until 3:45 for northwestern Lone Oak, southwestern White, and northeastern Pulaski counties here in Arkansas. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado located over the Little Rock Air Base moving east at 40. And Jacksonville, the Air Base, Ward, Cabot, BB, and Austin, and Sylvania, Woodlawn, Parnell, and Macon are all in the path of this severe thunderstorm that's capable of producing a tornado. That includes US 67 between 13 and mile marker 25. KG5 RON.
LH is reporting mild flash flooding on Highway 10 by Burger King and that intersection with the gas station and the Pizza Hut, etc.
Okay, copy that. I figured as much, you know, with all the rain that's being put out by this thing there, and it's not moving that fast, so we could expect some flash flooding all along the path of it here for sure. Moving, this storm, the tornadic storm, if I'm not mistaken, let me get an update on it. It says 40 miles an hour moving east at 40.
I see the storm's coming better. I mount a tablet with a cellular modem in it to my dash so I can keep a track of my radar app, but I just ran to the bank real quick and forgot to bring it, so thanks for the updates.
Okay, copy that. I'm looking at the velocities on here, and yes, there's definitely a couplet there for sure, and it'll be moving almost directly in between Jacksonville and Cabot. And I would give a heads up to the people in Cabot because that is going to head directly towards them, it looks like. Cabot and maybe even Austin, but for sure Cabot.
Yeah, it's been a boring year for severe weather besides that snow event in February, so I'm glad we're finally getting something.
Yeah, copy that. Now, it is kind of a broad area of rotation, but there is rotation. You know, we got winds coming toward the radar and winds going away from it, and it's kind of broad, but it's definitely still there, without a doubt. So, Cabot, in the next, say, 10, 15 minutes, I'd be kind of keeping a close watch on it, as we will, for sure.
SKYWARN, net up.
Deck in northwest Little Rock is down probably to 800 feet.
Yeah, copy that. Let's see here. The Weather Service is saying they would not expect a particularly long tornado threat. They're saying the outflow should be catching up to the low-level circulation, so that very well could be, taking away from that thunderstorm. They're talking about a strong thunderstorm up in Jackson County near Newport moving east at 40, and they're expecting, a heavy thunderstorm up in that area. But they have canceled the severe thunderstorm watch for Claiborne, Conway, Montgomery, Perry, Pope, P-O-P-E, and Polk, P-O-L-K, also for Yell and Van Buren counties. They're continuing the thunderstorm watch for Arkansas, Clark, Cleveland, Dallas, Faulkner, Garland, Grant, Hot Spring, Independence, Jackson, Jefferson, Lawrence, Lincoln, Lone Oak, Monroe, Pike, for Prairie, Pulaski, Saline, White, and Woodruff, and that is continued till 8 o'clock.
See, I'm looking back at the city from over by the airport. I don't see any clouds dropping down, but man, it sure is dark and green back over there. Y'all stay safe.
Yes, sir. Well, we appreciate that, no doubt. They just sent out a continuation on that tornado warning until, let's see, well, they didn't say when it expires, until 3:45 for Lone Oak, Pulaski, and White County. Continuation of the tornado warning. They're saying at 3:28, severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado located near Cabot, moving east at 35 miles per hour. So it's got a little bit more organized, but it's still a fairly broad area of rotation. But there's a lot of wind coming out in front of this storm from Jacksonville up to Cabot on into Austin. So I would expect it to possibly be a heavy wind and rain event. Even though there may or may not be a tornado, there's going to be high wind, and that's what a tornado is, high winds. So you may not have an actual tornado, but you can still receive wind damage. So stay safe yourself. Appreciate that report, KG5RON. W5RHS, KG5RON. Kelly, you there?
Tracking on radar and answering phones and sending text messages.
Yeah, copy that. Well, I just wanted to see if you was watching the radar. We got that thunderstorm that's east of Owensville now in the central part of the county. Probably be affecting you here real soon. And just thought I'd give you a heads up on that if you wasn't watching it.
Over 2 minutes. Thank you. W5RHS.
Okay, no further. KG5RON, and I'll be monitoring.
On Highway 10.
Okay, station that was talking, I keyed up over you. Come back, please.
Moved off.
You didn't make it into the repeater real well. All I caught a while ago was Highway 10.
2 to 3 inches per hour on Highway 10, falling intermittently, sometimes between 1.8 to 3. It's maxing out my auto-sensing wipers and my F-150.
Yeah, I copy that. That's storm, the southern part of that severe storm, tornadic storm, around the Pinnacle Mountain and Maumelle area, just west of Little Rock. Doubt it at all. It might be advisable to pull over to the side of the road and let this pass on through. It'll probably take 10-15 minutes, but it'll be through here pretty quick, hopefully.
SKYWARN. Yeah.
This is what I shell out for silicone wiper blades for, don't worry.
Yeah, copy that. Yeah, it's like on the Reed Timmer on his Storm Chase TIV vehicle. He uses the Rain-X ones. I believe it's Rain-X. It might be another brand. I can't remember, but you got to have them.
Rain-X windshield cleaning chemical for my pump action, but I use PIAA wiper blades.
It's an active net. We need to move this off this frequency, please. KC5CQW.
All right, KG5RON. Just information. It looks like the spinning thunderstorm couplet is going to be moving just to the south. It looks like maybe right over, but just to the south of the Cabot area right now. We've got some inbound and outbound winds. It looks like delta velocity is going to be about 80 to 90 miles an hour. So we're looking at 30 to 40 mile an hour wind going either direction. So we'll have to watch this storm. Anybody out in the Cabot region, please be advised to keep a close watch out southwest and south of you. KG5RON.
W5RHS. Ron, stand by for a PM on your messenger.
Okay, Kelly, and if you get a chance, look on your storm radio velocity, SRV, on the 1/2 degree, and due south of Cabot, about 3 miles.
What I'm looking at, W5RHS.
KG5RON. station that was calling in. I didn't catch all of it there. You were kind of breaking up. Go ahead.
147.8050 Fountain Lake. Can you copy?
You're in and out of the repeater, but yeah, go ahead, KG5RON, SKYWARN net. Okay, units and stations stand by. The Weather Service has canceled the tornado warning for Pulaski County, but they're continuing the tornado warning until 3:45 for Lone Oak and White County. At 3:35, radar is indicating severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado located over Parnell. That's over Cabot, basically, moving east at 40 miles per hour. And the couplet shows a little bit to the south and east of Cabot where the strongest wind rotation is. KG5RON.
SKYWARN, net up.
RON, N5EAD.
Yeah, station EAG, go ahead. KG5RON.
5 Echo Alpha Delta N5EAD. Lance over here in Fountain Lake. Just wanted to report looking east. The rain's passed over us, but looking east from here, the cumulus cloud tops are still building strongly. In other words, it's still growing cloud top wise. Looks like 15 miles to the east of here.
Yeah, copy that. The storms are building up on the southwestern quadrant of the other storms that are in Saline County right now. So, yeah, that makes a lot of sense there. But we're going to be probably getting more and more thunderstorms pop up here along the southwestern edge of that line of storms that's in the north-central part of the state now, in the central.
And Sam Peck in northwest Little Rock has cleared out considerably.
Copy that. KG5RON, just reminding everybody we're still under a tornado warning, and this will be effective. Let's see now. The one for Pulaski County has been canceled, but the other storm for White County and Lono County is continuing on. Looks like it's going to be moving off to the east at 40 miles an hour. And the heaviest activity right now is just south and east of Cabot. Southeast of Cabot right now. And we're starting to pick up a little winds here in the Benton area. This KG5RON information. The tornado warning is still continuing for Lone Oak and White County till 3:45. They're saying that it's appearing that the outflow is continuing to affect the circulation of the storm that's east of Cabot. It is not as strong as it was earlier, so that's a good sign. They said overall low-level circulation of Lono County storm appears less organized, but there is still a damaging wind threat. No further. KG5RON. And this is KG5RON. The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning effective until 4:30 for Lone Oak, Monroe, Prairie, White, and Woodruff counties. And that's severe thunderstorm warning till 4:30. More information on that severe thunderstorm warning for Lone Oak, Monroe, Prairie, White, and Woodruff County. That is the same thunderstorm that has the tornadic rotation in it.
SKYWARN, net up.
This is KG5RON. Just information the Weather Service has allowed to expire the tornado warning for Lone Oak and White County. The tornado warning for Lone Oak and White County has expired. There is still, however, some mid-level rotation in the storm. It's not as pronounced as it was earlier, and that rotation appears to be near Butlerville, maybe a little bit south of Butlerville, and also in the path of that will be Hickory Plains, but they've allowed the tornado warning to expire, still under a severe thunderstorm warning, and we have 1-inch hail marker there just west of Butlerville. So there we have the only warning right now that I know of in our region. So there we go. KG5RON.
Rain here in extreme northwestern Little Rock, KI5RLH.
Yeah, copy that. Nothing severe in that area there for sure, and just heavy rain and high wind. So, but we appreciate it. KG5RON.
SKYWARN, net up.
KI5RLH reports minimal wind in 72223 zip code.
Okay, copy that. KG5RON.
Storm down in Saline County, too?
Yeah, just minor thunder shower activity right now moving into the Benton area. Nothing to write home about. Just heavy rains and wind.
Do you have a speed and direction on it?
Yeah, northeast at 40.
Roger, thanks. I'm just trying to figure out how much time I got.
KG5RON.
5RON, W5RHS. We have new area forecast discussion.
Yeah, I was sitting there reading the AFD for sure. KG5RON, they're continuing the severe thunderstorm warning until 4:30 for Lone Oak, Monroe, Prairie, White, and Woodruff County. And they canceled the tornado warning back about 3:45, so it'd be about 10 minutes ago. So, but the storm is still rotating, but they have expired the tornado warning, and they've extended the severe thunderstorm warning to include, like I said, Lone Oak, Monroe, Prairie, White, Woodruff Counties till 4:30. KG5RON.
K5RON, this is W5NLR.
Go ahead, sir. KG5RON.
Here in Jacksonville, we have very heavy rain, well in excess of 1 inch per hour, and now the visibility on the freeway is down to about 50 yards. And all the cars are driving with their hazard flashers on.
SKYWARN, net up.
Yeah, copy that. It's a thunderstorm that's on top of the just moving into the Jacksonville region now. It'll be affecting the air base and everything here very, very shortly, but it is not severe warned, but that doesn't mean it doesn't have some rain and hail and high winds.
Sure, and add to all of that, on the city streets in Jacksonville, we have street flooding.
And copy that, and we've got more thunderstorms moving into the west central part of Pulaski County, and it'll be affecting 4:30 and the downtown region within, say, 10 minutes.
Roger, thank you very much. W5NLR.
K5AIE, mobile. K5AIE, did you have anything to report weather-wise?
Roger, I'm on South University, and it's raining cats and dogs. Visibility is not too great, and it's windshield wipers are running full board, barely keeping the windows clean. So we're having heavy rains this part of Little Rock.
Yeah, copy that on the South University there. And we've got a thunderstorm that's moving into that area here. It's just now reaching University and around I-30, so it'll probably get a little bit worse before it gets better. You might contemplate pulling over somewhere and letting it pass.
Roger, just passed under the Interstate 30 bridge, and I'll probably stop here around baseline for a little bit.
Okay, copy that. Yeah, we just got an update on it, and yeah, it's pretty much right on top of you there. So I would say probably 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and it'll be, where you can probably drive safely. So I would advise to pull off somewhere.
Appreciate that. K5AIE, I'll be clear and monitoring.
KG5RON. This KG5RON, just to reiterate, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning effective, let's see, until 4:30 for Woodruff and Prairie and Lonoke counties here, and Monroe and maybe even White counties. This severe thunderstorm is near Thurman, and it's moving on off to the north and east at about 40 miles an hour. They had a tornado warning on that rotating thunderstorms, but they allowed that to expire. However, there's still an area of a fairly broad area of rotation just to the due south of Hickory Plains, and the Butlerville, southeast of Butlerville and south of Hickory Plains, is still tracking on off to the north and east. There is not, I repeat, there is not a tornado warning on it, but the storm is rotating, and it had a prior warning on it for that, but we do have a severe thunderstorm warning for it. So there you have it. KG5RON.
W5RHS, but I think the repeater's out of SKYWARN mode, but we're going to monitor the weather. W5RHS will be on control.
SKYWARN, net up. Shutting down AR link system net. Please wait. Acknowledge net is over. Remote link off. UHF link on.
Just continue to monitor weather. 5RON, W5RHS.
Yeah, go ahead. I just got back in. Go ahead.
Here's out of SKYWARN mode, but there's some stuff starting to build up, between Little Rock and England now. It's starting to have a pretty good bow on it.
Yeah, copy that. They've got a strong thunderstorm that's going to be affecting southwestern Lonoke and southeastern Pulaski counties, and it'll be through 4:45, so that must be the one you're looking at.
It shows a hail marker of about 1.25 inches.
Yeah, copy that. It'll be tracking on off to the east and northeast. It'll probably go a little bit north of England, maybe affect the very northern end of it, but it's over Scott now, and it'll be affecting like Carlisle and probably Lonoke and Clarendon and Duval's Bluff a little further down the line.
Like over that thunderstorm warning, there's a TVS signature just popped up.
Yeah, copy that. It's still rotating. It's got some wind shear in it, but it's not really that pronounced right now. The reason that shear marker pops up because you got outbound winds at 58, and the other ones are 26 going in toward the radar. So yeah, you've got a lot of winds that's going to be affecting there, especially on the front edge of that storm. You notice that's where the marker is, right on the very front edge. So you got winds coming in, and some that are going out, and some that are going up.
storms, you see, they were talking about just what we were talking about.
Yeah, copy that. We'll have to watch it, you know, I mean, but as of right now, I don't see anything to be too alarmed about. There's still a broad area of rotation, you know, as you always get with a thunderstorm. You got your front flank updraft and you got your front flank downdraft. That means you got winds going up and then you got winds coming down before the storm even gets to you. And you got a lot of different winds coming in different directions, you know, coming toward the storm, going away from the storm. Plus you got the updraft taking it up, so you'll get, you know, couplets that show up, even though it's not anywhere near the quote-unquote main part of the storm. It's in the front of it, you know, and that's what that is. That's a shear marker showing you the difference between the winds coming in and going out.
Copy that. Also, they're also talking about that southern Pulaski County showing some bowing that we were talking about as well. That's W5RHS.
Yeah, copy that. They're continuing the severe thunderstorm warning until 4:30 for Monroe, Prairie, White, Woodruff counties. They have canceled the severe thunderstorm warning for Lono counties. So, let's see. Yeah, we're talking about that bowing, you know, but it's behind a well-defined outflow boundary. So, hopefully we won't get any bad winds or anything out of it, but it's definitely getting ahead of itself, especially over Scott, Arkansas right now, moving on in towards, there's a lot of little towns in there. It'll probably be affecting, you know, like Carlisle or maybe Hazen and DeVos Buff down the line. They have canceled the severe thunderstorm warning for Lono counties. So, let's see. We're talking about that bowing, you know, but it's behind a well-defined outflow boundary. So, hopefully we won't get any bad winds or anything out of it, but it's definitely getting ahead of itself, especially over Scott, Arkansas right now, moving on in towards, there's a lot of little towns in there. It'll probably be affecting, you know, like Carlisle or maybe Hazen and DeVos Buff down the line. W5RHS, KG5RON.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't see anything back behind us here moving into the Saline County area now. We do have some more storms that building up from Pine Bluff down through Rising, Camden, and into Magnolia. That'll be a continuation on that line that's moved through us. I probably have to get out of here in a little while. I got folks coming over I've got to talk with, and I won't be available for a while. But it looks like most of this stuff is moving on off to the east. The heaviest storm, man, is the one just coming out of eastern Pulaski County, just east of Scott. The one that has the warning on it up around Desark is strong, but it doesn't look as impressive to me as the one out of East Pulaski County and into Lono County, and it doesn't have a warning on it yet.
Surprised me. Now those cells down in southern Arkansas, they're still somewhat individual, so they're capable of growing, especially the one near west of Eagle Mills and on down. So that one around the Eagle Mills bears a little watching, and a few of them other ones northern up around Jefferson.
Oh, yeah, copy that. Now, these storms, it appears, are moving to the east or the east-southeast. So, Eagle Mills will be under the gun here pretty quick for some heavy rain and probably maybe quarter 1/4 inch hail. Same thing with the storm around Buena Vista. That one you were talking about a little earlier, the one, well, there's one down around Willisville and south of Roston, and it's got 1/2 inch hail. So, you know, these storms are out by themselves. Favorable area, you know, it's got a lot of moisture, a lot of wind shear and the such, so those storms could become the dominant ones, you know, or join up with that other line.
Radio coverage down that way, but it might be something to watch on the radio, on the radar, I mean, you know what I mean. It's been a long day and night and day.
Oh, yeah, copy that. Well, like I said, the only thing we have going right now is that severe thunderstorm up around Desark, but I wouldn't put it past them to put a warning out on the storm just east of Scott and north of Keogh, because it's tracking on off to the north and east, and then Clarendon and Rowe and probably Duval's Bluff and Brinkley and Morrow are all in the line down the line. So, you know, that'd be the only one to watch out for, except for the one coming out of East Pulaski County now, and I wouldn't doubt they'll put a warning on it. But like I said, I'm going to have to be out of pocket here in the, I don't know, in the next few minutes, and I don't know how long I'm going to be out. I got some issues I got to take care of, and family and the such.
How that is, I'll do the best I can. They just raised that hail size to 2 1/4 inches.
Yeah, copy that. It's pretty much the only game in town, except for that storm. It's just building up now over England, but, you know, just west of Humnoke. So that one will probably, I bet you, $1.25 that little storm out in front is brought into that big storm around Keogh that just come out of the East Pulaski County. And, you know, it'll probably suck it right on into it. The next radar sweep or two, it'll be incorporated into that bigger storm.
Keep looking at your radar for it. See what happens. Appreciate you being in there as long as you can. Maybe we're done in our area. Let's see what we got coming through now. Oh, severe thunderstorm warning. Lone Oak, Pulaski, and Prairie.
Well, there you go. I had a feeling they were going to go ahead and put a warning out on that thing.
Move in and see if there's any velocity in it. Rotation in it, but there sure is a lot of wind. You know, gust front-looking wind in it.
Yeah, copy that. All these storms are going to have a lot of wind in them because they're in a favorable conditions, you know, for them to have updrafts and, you know, and steering motion with the, you know, the jet stream. It's coming in from the southwest, moving northeast. So, yeah, you're going to have wind.
I would guess that they put this in severe warning because of the hail size.
Yeah, copy that. It is, you know, but however, that cell is fairly close to the radar, and sometimes it, you know, it overstates something, you know, when it's that close to the radar. But however, it's one county away, so it's getting into a better area to be looked at. So yeah, it could be 2 1/4 inch hail. But the thing about 2 1/4 inch hail, the storm isn't really that. It's strong, of course, but it's not so strong to keep that hail up in the upper atmosphere and get larger. So it's letting it drop out at about 2 1/4 inch hail drop, but it keeps the smaller sized hail up in the air because it can keep that up, but it can't keep the 2 1/4 inch hail up. So that's how you usually, it'll fluctuate. It'll say 2 1/4 inches, and then most of that will rain out or, you know, drop out of the cloud because it's so heavy it can't be supported by the updraft. And then you get the small next sounding or the next reading, say 5 minutes later, it'll come on and say 1-inch hail or 1 1/4-inch hail. It's because the 2-inch hail, it was so heavy it couldn't keep it up, and it let it fall to the ground.
WX radio monitor on.
Okay, I see you put the weather radio back up.
Just went off again. I guess it was from that storm that just got warned.
Yeah, copy that. That's extreme southeastern Pulaski County included in that. And to be honest with you, southeastern part, or I should say southwestern part of Pulaski County won't be affected by the main park, which is already just south of Lone Oak in Lone Oak County. Well, if anything good that can come out of these storms, it's that most of the farmland over in the east central part of the state, in the eastern part from Lone Oak and Carlisle and Hazen and DeVos Bluff, they're going to get a little bit of rain. Don't know if the crops, it's too late for a lot of the crops or anything, but it'll be good for farming anyway.
Will help recharge the officer a little bit.
Yeah, copy that. Yeah, we got a new update. Check your hail marker now. 1 1/4 inch. So the 2-inch hail, if there was a bunch of it, it already fell out. Now we're back down to 1 1/4. That's been about the average today. These thunderstorms are strong and they become severe, but they can't uphold anything over, say, 2 1/4 inches of hail. The updraft is not strong enough for it to keep that up there in the air, so that, say 2 1/4 inch hail, if there is any, and it may not be a bunch of it, usually falls out of the sky because the updraft in the storm cannot, continue with it, keeping it up there. You can't hold it up over its head, if you will. And the arms get tired and the hail falls to the ground, and then you let your arms rest and then you can lift up above your head again. Well, that's what's happening. The hail's already dropped out, the big hail. Now we're down to 1 1/4, so it'll probably go back up about another, I don't know, around the DeVos Bluff area. I bet it jumps back up to 2 1/4 again.
Get away from the radio and check on Dad for a minute. W5RHS.
KG5RON. KG5RON. I'm going to just mention this severe thunderstorm warning going on until 5:15 for Prairie and Monroe and Woodruff County. I just want to make mention, I see a considerable amount of rotation in this storm, and I wouldn't be surprised if they put another warning out on this, but it's just right near a cotton plant right now in the northwest and northwest of Brinkley, but it's very tight in its rotation there, so I wouldn't be surprised if they don't put a warning out on it. Kelly, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to run and grab me a heat and eat cheeseburger that my wife buys at the dollar store. It's something to eat. I haven't had breakfast yet and want to do so before it gets busy.
And myself. All right, I'll be away from the radio too, just for a minute. W5RHS.
KG5RON, be away from the radio for a few also. Just a short amount of time. KG5RON, clear. All right, KG5RON information. We just got back. there's a strong thunderstorm that's going to impact portions of northwestern Lonoke, east central Faulkner, and southwestern White counties through 3 o'clock. 2:30 Doppler radar is tracking a very strong thunderstorm near Valonia, 8 miles east of Conway, moving east at 25 miles an hour. Winds in excess of 30 miles an hour in pea-sized hail are reported with this storm. Cabot, Austin, Valonia, Enola, Hamlet, Otto, Holland, and El Paso are in the path of this thunderstorm. KG5RON. Let's see, the Weather Service has canceled the severe thunderstorm warning for Faulkner and Pulaski County. No further, KG5RON.
RON, W5RHS 2 regular base velocity, 0.05, 0.09, 1.5, and then 2.5. Tell me what you see.
Well, the storm is definitely spinning, and that's inflow on the 2.5. You're looking up at a pretty good angle, probably a 45-degree angle from the radar site, shooting up 45 degrees. So you're looking about halfway up in that thunderstorm, and that, basically is the outflow from the thunderstorm. But there is a notch up there where 5 meets Highway 9, kind of in that area, some accelerated wind speeds.
Yeah, that's right. It looks like it's trying to think about doing something itself. That's, yeah, it's one to watch.
Yeah, excuse me, I was still eating. Okay, the storm is moving out of northern Saline County into extreme western Pulaski County. It'll be tracking up toward the Mayflower area, so we're going to have to watch that for sure. My cousin Pam just sent me something. Anyway, no, it has nothing to do with weather, but I thought it might. But they're always contacting me, wanting to know what the weather's going to do. I guess I'm the Ned Wormy of the family.